antagonistic debate. Oh, hi, I didn't see you there.
Alright, welcome to this week's episode of Drunk Doctor Who, except this week we are doing, since we finished up the Sixth Doctor, we're doing a couple of heroes and villains.
Heroes and villains.
Today is both heroes. We're doing the two companions, Turlough,
Who's
for episode 47, and Chameleon.
Chameleon. Come.
Who's a not so good one.
And we watched the animation.
Yes.
For the Underwater Menace.
The Underwater Menace.
Yeah. Almost said Sea Devils.
Yeah, this one came out not too long ago, and we're doing it for cleanup. And then I think next week we are doing the new colorized and edited down version of the Daleks.
The TV movie edit.
Something like that, yeah.
TV2 movie edit.
Yeah, and we will have...
Technicolor.
Yep, and then somewhere in there, we might watch a movie or two, but we'll keep doing some heroes and villains. Yeah. And somewhere in there we will do Wartime, the very first third-party Apocrypha stuff. Thing. You'll see our brand new Apocrypha channel. And then we'll start the Seventh Doctor.
McCoy. Sylvester
McCoy, yep.
Sylvester Stallone McCoy is his full name.
No. Alright, Turlough.
Do I mumble a lot? Do I mumble on the audio?
I don't think so.
Maybe I just had too much. I was catching up on some old podcasts. I'm like, man, I can hardly understand myself.
Well, sometimes. It looks like he was in there for about 40 episodes.
40?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Never had a villain stick around for 40 episodes.
He's not a villain.
Except, maybe, the Master. How many episodes has he been in?
The Master...
So many. Speaking of...
Okay, wait. The Master, the Daleks, the Cybermen... These have all been around for at least 40 episodes, if not many more.
No, I mean 40 episodes. Appearances, 40 appearances.
He was in 40 episodes. It's not 40 serials.
Right. So the Daleks have had 40 episodes? Probably. But the Master?
Okay, Daleks' Master Plan was 12.
Yeah.
Daleks was 7. Daleks' Invasion of Earth was 6.
But what about...
Right there, you're at 25, and then there's a bunch more.
But the Master didn't have those big, 7-parter...
Yes, he did.
He did?
Right.
During one.
During Troughton's second season, the Master is in every single episode that season, pretty much. Mm-hmm. All 4 parts, all 4 serials is in that.
I think Troughton is my favorite Doctor, but I really liked Pertwee's setting and the whole unit thing and the Who-mobile. That's when the show, I feel like, was really good.
I meant Pertwee earlier, not Troughton. I meant Pertwee.
So, the Underwater Menace, animated, a lot easier to follow.
Okay.
We're talking about Turlough.
Let's do Turlough.
I forgot which one we were talking about.
Okay.
I was trying to get us back on topic, and
Yes, awesome. Okay. So, Turlough, he was talking about antagonists earlier, because Turlough kind of starts out as an antagonist for the Black Guardian. Black Guardian
for
3 or 4 or 5 serials.
His first season.
But then he becomes a good guy.
Kind of.
Well, which is an arc we've seen with Lytton as well.
So that's something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Turlough's big redeeming moment, which was at the end of the spaceship boat race.
Enlightenment,
yeah.
Yes.
So before that, he was working for the Black Guardian, and he was a bad guy.
He didn't really want to work for the Black Guardian.
Yeah, he was trying to fight it. It almost drove him crazy. He jumped off the boat at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to be free of the Black Guardian. And that was his big redemption moment. That's what brought him into being a good guy and a companion for the Doctor.
And got him away from the Black Guardian.
Right, but how did that happen again? So
he was offered everything, enlightenment in that deal. And he knocked it away, saying he didn't want it, you know, because he'd rather be free of the Black Guardian. He'd rather not, you know, he'd rather give the Doctor his freedom as well.
And so, like, he passed the test? Is it like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, exactly.
He leaves the everlasting
gobstopper and he passes, yes.
I think I would have taken the Enlightenment. So if he was enlightened, he still wouldn't have been free of the Black Guardian?
I don't think so.
Right. And then the Master, he gets banished, right, into purgatory after enlightenment.
The Master?
Where was the Master? Was he not in enlightenment?
No. It's the Black Guardian, the White Guardian.
Was the Black Guardian parading as the White Guardian?
No, it's the actual White Guardian and the Black Guardian.
One was pretending to be the other. But that was in
the Key
Baker.
of Time.
Yeah.
That was in the Key of Time.
Okay.
Alright, so anyway.
All cut up.
Yeah. Turlough's first season, he's fighting against the Doctor with the Black Guardian, but he's also fighting the Black Guardian. In his second season, he's a lot better. And
Turlough is?
Turlough, yeah.
I could never stand those crazy alien eyebrows of his.
Well, he is an alien.
And what I couldn't stand is when he was on Earth, everyone just pretended he was a normal human person. And no one ever pointed out his crazy alien eyebrows. And he just blended in on Earth.
They just assumed he was Scottish.
I guess.
Right. So, Turlough in his first serial is attending a boys' school because he looks young. Turns out he's an alien from another world.
Which world? Do we have... Did they ever say? I think maybe once at one point.
Yeah, well,
he wanted to go home, right? And then
yeah, and in Turlough's last serial,
they got abducted to enlightenment.
In his last serial, he gets to go home with his people, or at least help the people from his home.
The rescue
survive.
ship.
Yeah.
So where he said I want to go to my home planet, and then he named a different planet because he was banished from his actual home planet, so he was lying. And
Planet of Fire. Planet of Fire,
he made up with his people, and he went with the rescue crew back to...
Right, and he is incredibly pusillanimous, incredibly scaredy cat for his first season. And then he starts stepping up.
Yeah.
In later seasons,
he finds his younger brother, right? So that gives him motivation to be more of a.
That's at the very end. I'm talking about when he saves Perry. Before that,
that was his ultimate turning of a new leaf.
Right, but there's several times where he actually steps up towards the end because he's becoming a better person.
His mission's no longer to kill the Doctor.
Yeah.
And but I feel like his main mission, as much as he was helping the Doctor, his main mission was still to protect himself. He's very, not very self-sacrificial until the very end.
Right, he was incredibly cowardly. Oh man.
But fun companion. He's very interesting. I liked his character arc. Kind of annoying at times.
A lot of times.
Yeah. But it was an interesting character.
Okay.
It was so different from the characters.
Correct. Not only we've had alien companions before,
but never villains.
Right. Never one that's
trying to kill
that's a double agent trying to find the Doctor, and and he made an interesting dynamic with both the Doctor and the other companions in the TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, what was your favorite serial of his?
Probably either Planet of Fire or Enlightenment. And I think it was Enlightenment.
Enlightenment was really good.
Oh, well, I liked Enlightenment, but my favorite episode with Turlough in it, my favorite Turlough episode would probably be Planet of Fire.
Okay.
He didn't have a whole lot of good ones other than those few.
Alright. He basically comes in Modern Undead, which was the one with the Brigadier.
And we didn't like him then.
And the Brigadier.
We do like the Brigadier.
The Brigadier and the Brigadier.
And then...
Since we're doing Heroes and Villains, we decided we're not drinking tonight. But, so, it is what it is. Terminus. Enlightenment, which was really good. I like Enlightenment. King's Demons. The Five Doctors. Anniversary special. Warriors of the Deep. The Awakening. Frontios. Resurrection of the Daleks. And Planet of Fire.
Yeah. So a lot of those are decent serials, but Turlough's not going to be the part you like about it. So like Terminus was a neat serial, but Turlough for that serial, he spent like 2 episodes crawling around the grates or something, right?
Yes.
Hiding.
Yes.
So there are good serials with Turlough in them, and then there's like good Turlough serials, which is like 2 or 3 of them.
I think Planet of Fire is probably his individual best serial.
Yeah.
But Maldred Undead is really good and Enlightenment's really good.
Mm-hmm. Man, I did not like Turlough when we were first introduced to him, so I didn't like him at all in Maldred Undead.
Okay. And of course...
I like this story. He wasn't a companion yet, right? Because that was when we first meet him, and he's trying to kill the Doctor.
Right, but then he ends up in the TARDIS. He ends up as a companion,
yeah. So, do we count that as his first episode?
Yes.
As a companion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, I didn't like him then. I think he became a companion, and I didn't like him then either. And he kind of grows on you after a few episodes.
After a season.
Yeah. Well, his character became better after a season. Mm-hmm. Not just like better to watch, but just more tolerable because he's less
self-serving, yeah.
Just less whiny.
Yeah. And of course the Five Doctors, he was good in that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay. Alright, so he shows up in Maldron Undead, leaves in Planet of Fire to be with his brother and the rest of the rescue party. Any questions or comments about Turlough?
I think he had one of the best companion send-offs ever. They completely finished his arc. He had a very feel-good ending, heartwarming story. All the loose ends were tied up. He was free from the Black Guardian. He made up with his people on his home planet. And we don't usually get that kind of closure with companions.
Yeah, usually it's like get out of here,
they went this way.
Yeah.
And, hey, I don't want to, this is my last trip. Like, by the way, they didn't renew my contract, so. But his felt very planned and like from start to end.
I'm trying to think of another character arc that finishes up as well.
Chameleon. No.
but it doesn't finish necessarily in death,
Kill me.
Oh my gosh. Because there are companions that do die.
They have good arcs and they end in death, yeah. But Turlough is nice because it had like a nice feel-good ending.
It had a feel-good ending that wasn't necessarily, hi, I'm running off to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that he deserved it.
I think the other one would have been Ian and Barbara.
They had
Ian and Barbara get back to Earth.
They were the first companions.
Yeah. Well,
it happens quickly, but it's good.
Right, that ending is fantastic for Ian.
And then, like, every companion after that, they're just like, oh, this is annoying to write them in and out.
Goodbye, Steven. Goodbye, Steven. Stay here, be the diplomat, run this planet.
He's like, you know what?
Doctor,
I feel like this is your calling. You're staying here, by the way.
Yeah.
So what?
Why? Go be on a children's show and have the canine on occasionally, which is what that actor did.
Oh, that's fun.
Peter Purves is his name.
Purves.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Anything else about Turlough?
No. I think that about sums it up.
Okay.
Do you have a least favorite episode with Turlough? What was the one right after Maldron Undead?
Terminus.
Yeah, I think that was my least favorite of Turlough's episodes.
I don't know. There's a lot going on in Terminus that I like.
Yeah, I like Terminus. I just don't like Turlough in Terminus.
Oh, you mean Turlough? Okay.
He's only like half in Terminus.
Probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, I like Terminus better than I like Turlough in Terminus, but all right.
I do like Terminus.
Hello, I'm Hatter. This is Holden. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next week.
Oh, we're going to talk about the N-Worms.
For episode of the what?
N-Worms.
Oh, we didn't? I thought we talked about it at the first.
Incredibly briefly. I got you. Okay. So tonight we're doing cleanup between the 6 and 7 Doctors. This has come out. It's the only recompleted by animation story that's come out since we started the 6th Doctor, because the 6th Doctor doesn't have a long run. And what did you think of it with the animation?
Mostly good.
Yeah.
I think there's some pros and cons. I do have some complaints, but I did like it. The pros are, the reasons why I like it is it's way easier to follow than the reconstructions.
Yep.
You get to see the cool wardrobe, even though I don't know how accurate those were.
Well, and the set pieces were really nice.
Yeah, but it is all vibrant. Yeah, it kind of, you have to see the artist's intentions rather than them just animating, picture image.
See, I don't know what negatives you have about it, but I mean, the character's movement is a lot better than some of the earlier animations.
It is getting better. It still feels almost cheap, like not professional quality. It's no Disney animation, right?
But
it's like Archer filmed for like a Saturday Night
or Scooby-Doo or something. But it's a lot better than it used to be.
It is better.
Yeah. And I like the fact you get it in black and white and color.
You know what's not better though is the audio quality. It is terrible.
Well, they've got that as good as they can get it.
Well, they're using the same audio from the reconstruction.
Because that's all there is.
Which is from like the camcorder. But still, they could have gone in and digitally remastered the audio.
They've already redone that.
No, well, they could have like isolated the voices and cleaned those up. And
all of that.
No, they kept the sound effects from the original audio. They could have taken those out completely and just reinserted the sound.
Everything was already remastered when those audios were released to the public back in the day.
That was when? 1970?
No. That stuff probably came out in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, that's old.
Probably 2000s. But it was all done then, I believe.
They remastered it 3 decades ago?
2 decades ago.
They could have zhuzhed it up. It was rough.
to me, it's fine, but I'm just glad it exists in this form.
And the sound effects. So, another complaint I didn't like.
You didn't like the drilling.
They changed things, right? So, like, the TARDIS door looked all wonky. It opens up directly outside, which it never did. You can see all the way through the TARDIS. And they did this weird pinching to where like the TARDIS door opens like that and it's jagged. Mm-hmm. And it looked weird. It never looked like that in the show. The interior of the TARDIS,
not in the old stuff.
But the interior of the TARDIS looked weird too. They changed that. It was all like pink and purpley and.
Well, it's in color.
Yeah, but like the original was.
So the first disc you can watch it in black and white. The second disc you can watch it in color. We've seen them in black and white, so we chose to watch it in color.
Do you think the original set was like that pinkish hue?
We can go back and look at Adventures in Space and Time. That's
the docudrama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same showrunner that was in the docudrama, right? Or producer, I mean.
By here?
Yeah.
No.
Which round? They changed producers from Hartnell?
Yeah, okay, you remember before Hartnell left,
yeah,
Verity Lambert, who's the original producer of the show.
She left with him?
No, she left before he did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You watched Adventures in Space.
I did. I guess I don't remember.
Yeah, she left before he did.
That was a good docudrama.
Yeah, it was. And it was him all the way up until, Troughton.
Well, I didn't... Yes. Yeah, like her. Like this producer, too. What I didn't like was the fact that they changed stuff. They didn't really keep it real to the...
Yeah.
Like the TARDIS and the interior.
Right.
I'm sure
but there's certain things, why not make it a little better? Like, what was the one with the crab people?
Well, the TARDIS story they made worse.
What was the one with the crab people?
Oh, the Macroterra?
Yeah, the Macroterra.
Yeah.
Okay. In the original, it was just a claw, and they had to work themselves into the claw so they could try and grab them. So they actually made the whole giant big crab. Why not?
Exactly my point.
Is
they could have made good changes, but they didn't.
No,
instead they made the door look weird. And what they didn't change was the horrible drilling sound effect, ear piercing. They didn't clean up the audio. Another thing, I forgot. We'll come back to it.
Okay, so thank you for joining us, and we'll be back in just a moment for Chameleons.
Stay tuned for when I remember what my last complaint was about.
And if
again, mostly good. I enjoy it.
Yeah. And when we talk about Chameleon, we'll have about 3 minutes on Chameleon, and then we'll discuss the rest of the animated stuff that has yet to come out that we're waiting on.
And the audio didn't always line up with the animation, right? Because he was sitting there eating the barnacle.
It was usually really good, but not 100%.
And he was... They were just too lazy to animate it. You could hear him like chewing and swallowing and pausing, and they didn't animate any of it. They're just like, oh, he's just pausing in between his...
And I don't know if they had that capability.
to animate him
doing
this. Cheap animation.
It wasn't in the budget.
But
this is better than it's been.
It's better.
Right. We'll see you in a moment. Bye-bye.
Mostly good. Mostly enjoyed. I sound so negative when I talk about Doctor Who.